The Auditor General of Canada, a couple of days ago, issued a report on the performance of the government and the Minister of Environment. It actually was a very damning report. If you remember back in the election in 2015, Justin Trudeau said that he and his party were the only ones that had the ability or the desire to make a change and to take on the challenges of what the environment is and the changes that needed to be done. In this report that the Auditor General did, it does not say in it that there was insufficient progress. It does not say that there was not enough progress. What it did say is that there was no progress. And so for the leader, our now Prime Minister, and his party that brag and still continue to talk all the time about how important the environment is, they actually only talk, because what it is saying is that they actually haven't done anything, unfortunately, to carry out the promise that they made. In fact, in the report, it also says that federal leadership is lacking and that stronger federal leadership is needed. You may also remember, but not likely you would have read it much, if you actually want to make a difference in the environment and greenhouse gases, the Conservative Party of Canada, when we were in government, were the only ones that actually lowered greenhouse gases. We did that while we not only fought off the largest recession since the Great Depression, but we also fought off that we did bring on a deficit, but actually we paid that back, and we gave the Liberal Party, a surplus of over $2 billion, which now is we are in dire financial straits, along with this type of a report that comes from the Auditor General. And on top of that, they've introduced this massive carbon tax, which is going to affect every Canadian, particularly those in the lower and middle income. And the interesting part is we've asked them, what's this going to cost a Canadian family? What's this going to cost the average Canadian? So they said, we'll give it to you. Well, they did. And they gave it to us with all the numbers blacked out. So they actually know what those numbers are, what it's going to cost you. It might be $2,000, it might be $3,000 a family. We aren't sure. But they're afraid to show us that. And so that whole carbon tax cover-up is another element of lack of accountability and transparency with this Liberal government.